Hello guys, welcome everyone to the new Simply Shop tank in World of Tanks. Oh wait a second, that's the wrong one. What is this? Here it is, welcome to the DBV-152, the new Czech tank destroyer. This tank is going to be looking like this. It will be just like any other Simply Shop tank in World of Tanks and comes in with 3D style. So once again, get your resources ready for this event. So let's hop on and talk about this vehicle and what is it. So we're going to decide to make a new tank destroyer that is slightly worse than Gorilla, but luckily this tank has something unique and special that I liked the most. As you see, we got a nice looking decal, we got a nice looking turret. Now, what is the unique thing about this thing is two things for me. This tank destroyer comes in with 800 alpha damage and a fully turreted or fully, like, it has a full turret with decent traverse speed. As you see, this is what we get as a tank destroyer. This is huge, this is amazing, this is really great. As you know, the Gorilla is most likely looks like this or like this, and you're limited, but this one is gonna be just like this the whole way. It's gonna be very good at doing some nice peaks with a turret while you're doing traverse speeds, looking like this, putting some nice shots and just leaving. So yeah, this is really very interesting tank destroyer to have. Now let's get and hop on to the tank stats. Well, as you see, this is like full stock. Top speed 52. We got like 2.4k DPM, 800 damage. As I mentioned, alpha turret armor is 140, and we're gonna go back to this soon. I'll mention something about that. Dispersion is 0.31. Aim time while stock is 1.53. So this is looking very interesting. The high caliber of a gun is 152. Potential damage, well, that's not our thing right now. We need to focus on two things here. Is after we set up this tank with equipment and everything, I'm gonna mention two things, and one of them is kind of a little bit interesting. People should know about, especially related to the armor of the tank. Number one thing is the traverse speed, gun traverse speed, specifically gun traverse speed is during the test, and what you're gonna watch soon is basically 0.30, but it's gonna be buffed to 0.20. So keep this in mind. Going to the armor, as you know, is a sniper tank, so you're not supposed to have any armor, honestly. Basically paper. The turret, you have like what, 140, 150. Some angles, 160. So yeah, don't rely on any armor, because this is treated like you're playing a Gorilla 15, the German sniper, and this is just another one, basically. One thing I would like to mention about this vehicle is when it comes to the HE. If you switch to the HE, for example, there's a part of this tank of the HE where you need to be careful when you shoot it on sight. Make sure you shoot around this area, because this area you get, you know, as you see, 150, 160, you know, if you basically, when you turn HE this vehicle, you need to know how to HE it, if that makes sense, especially in the turret part. So make sure half and the back or the rear of the turret, and that's where you shoot mostly. And as you see here, it just, you know, it's better to avoid shooting that area. So let's jump to the setup of the vehicle and the way I did set it up. As you see, I picked armor, experimental level 3 turbo, or turbo as well can work, and I took level 3 for accuracy, improvement accuracy. Now, if you don't have this and you don't have this, you can always run armor, turbo, and improved aim unit. That's another option for you. Crew members, commander, their preference, but I picked something like very close to the Gorilla 15. And we got the driver, and here's the loader. If we go to film modifications, I went in this way. Again, all preference, but I just picked this because I think it suits the tank very well. What we got here is, after setting up this whole thing, 800 alpha and around like 15-second reload time. Remember, you have better alpha than the Gorilla, 800. The Gorilla has 750. Aim time 1.39. Dispersion 0.287. Slightly worse than the Gorilla. Gorilla is kind of better aim time and dispersion. Hit points, you got 1750. We talked about the armor earlier. So mobility, you get up to 57 top speed. Again, slower than Gorilla, but you know, it looks interesting. It looks very interesting. As you see, view range 425. So let's hop into the battlefield and see what this tank was capable of doing. Well, the DBV is basically like, you just like another interesting vehicle. You played like the Gorilla 15, but there's something very unique about it, which is the turret, full traverse turret. And yeah, as you see, like it's gonna be one of these tanks where you sneak shots the way you set up like this and just pull forward, you know, or move forward. Basically, when it's hit, it's gonna hurt badly. So yeah, I don't think so anybody happy will take any shot from this tank. I mean, I don't like taking shots from the Gorilla 15, but yeah, imagine this tank again, right? With 800 alpha, even more alpha. So we set up here just to sneak up some shots on heavies approaching, since not every map in World of Tanks is a map where you sit and snipe, right? You have to move forward, you have to kind of put and sneak up some shots on some vehicles. Otherwise, you're not gonna get any damage. So, which is good about this vehicle is it's capable of doing that, especially with that type of turret. We'll probably sneak up a shot on the G-Sword tank over here, and again, you should never ever try to take a shot from this tank, because as you see, it can roll up to 900 if you high roll. I mean, if the HE shell, it has 990 and plus. So, and the mobility about it also is very nice. It's not going to be as fast as the Gorilla 15, but it's still decent mobility to run away and just bail from some type of situation on a good timing, absolutely. And when it comes to brawling situations like this, I mean, you have no options besides just trying to put shots and farm the enemy, but you're not allowed to brawl with this vehicle. Remember, without any armor, brawling is going to be very difficult. But in every word, you can still do it as much as you don't take the shot yourself. In this battle, we're pretty much losing. We're trying to put the most possible damage. Oh my god, this gun is just holy. This gun will hurt. This gun will hurt a lot. I mean, when it's gonna hit, and it's gonna hurt really. I am always a big fan of like big alpha damage guns, so this is one of the vehicles I will enjoy probably a lot to play. As much I enjoyed the Gorilla 15, I think I will enjoy this tank way much more because of the alpha is bigger. It might be worse than the Gorilla 15, but it's gonna be one of the enjoyable tank to play. One thing I did not maybe like is oh, we had the Gorilla Caro over here. That was a good shot. One thing I did not like about this tank is the shell velocity of the heat round is below 1000. So it's 900 something. I kind of forgot the number, but we can double check it here. It's around like 992 with a perk. I have a perk in the crew member to boost it, so it's up to 992. Usually 1000 would have been better and nice because you're a sniper. Having good shell velocity with heat, especially above 1000, like 1050, 1025 would have been like much more better, you know, to snipe with. Other than that, you're gonna be shooting AP a lot with this vehicle. As you know, same thing we did with the Gorilla 15. We fired AP shell when sniping. The heat round was not great. But one good thing is AP has very decent pen. It has around like 281 AP pen with shell velocity to 1300, and it's an AP, not APCR or anything like that. Luckily, unlucky we missed that shot on a Manticore. That was not expected, but hey, gun can be derby as well. Looks like the Manticore came back and he wanted to try another one, but he never got lucky this time. So yeah, tank really feels nice. The concern about this vehicle is not that bad actually. It's pretty decent for a tank destroyer, and I also picked a camouflage perk on it. So, as I said, treat it as a Guerrilla 15. I mean, slightly worse, but it has something unique. The turret, the way you push shots and get covered. You don't have to do what the Guerrilla do, you know, always, you know, scared to peek corners because the Guerrilla doesn't have that unique turret. So yeah, it's pretty nice. So this time, let's see a full battle or a full match about with this tank. It's gonna be one of these boring battles where everyone just, you know, very slow battle. Everyone sits, tactical, War of Tanks battle, and everybody gonna be sniping, everybody gonna be defending. So I came here to put some early shot on the enemy light tank. Luckily the projectile pushing middle, so he should be dead, but looks like he's gonna live. Our Manticore got lit here, and I'm just set up here to smack that T100 LT. Oh, he's so lucky, he goes middle. So unfortunate, I do not get to put that one early shot. Now if you look at the map, we have the Type 5 Heavy and the Object 75A on the 1-2 line. Now the Type 5 Heavy is approaching one line, and his committer is kind of dangerous. It looks like I might have to rotate and support him a little bit, right? It's a good opportunity. The enemy has a lot of heavies pushing 1-2 line, and this is really good to put this tank in work. I mean, 800 alpha, 330 heat pen. Why not? Let's get it running, right? This is kind of sweet type of gun to smack people with. I mean, as I said, I'm very big fan of big guns. I mean, in War of Tanks, especially like anything above like 560, 530, it's really fun to play. I mean, in general, if you think about it, anything above 440 alpha is considered really good alpha damage on the current meta. That's why some of the tanks struggle, you know, like the ones we have with 360, 320 alpha and so on. The 277 takes a hit. That is like 2-shot 789. 822. We low rolled and we harrowed quite a little bit on the second one. Now, as you see in this situation here, I'm staying for some more shots, and well, that was unfortunate, a bad peak, kind of greedy peak, and we bounced one shot on the T57 Heavy, but it's okay, we're not done yet. Luckily, we're still alive because that type of peak could have, you know, risk our life if the 4005 was playing at E1. Now, in this situation, as you see the minimap, we have double I7s playing around like A7, A8 or A9, one of them down already. What do you do with this tank? I cannot run away. If I run away, I will be actually dead. So I decided to stay here and just wait, because if the enemy heavy is closest to me, they will take shots from my mouse and Object 75A. So here I'm gonna peek and put a shot on the 60 TP because I had opportunity. And as you see, the gun sounds is very satisfying. I mean, I'm telling you, I mean, this is really fun. This turret, it just makes you make these epic peaks, you know, and sneaky shots and get covered insta, right? Enemy Panzer 7 approaches and he's kind of advancing. Well, he's not supposed to cross with full HP, but he's advancing. His teammate IS-7 here, and he taken everyone. He's so lucky we kinda low rolled here. But yeah, they stuck. IS-7, Panzer 7, they stuck. They cannot do anything here because they stuck between me and the other tanks, which is my teammates. Over here, since I have the turret and to turn around and sneak some shots, I decided to risk it and try it. First try did not happen, did not work. It's kinda risky peaks, right? You have no armor and you're not supposed to do this, but this is test, right? If we do not test this like this way, we would never know if it's, you know, gonna be something possible to work, right? So you're not supposed to make these peaks, but I kinda got lucky honestly here. I think I will put like 2 shots or 1 at least here on the I-7. Possibly even Panzer 7. I think both of them dies to me. Here is 1 shot, 771 on the I-7. I mean, yeah, this is quite interesting, right? And the I-7, sadly, he wasn't paying attention or something. He's supposed to put 1 on me there, but yeah. We try again. Never give up. I mean, honestly, if I took 1 shot from I-7, I would never be able to do that. But hey, happens. That's just finished shot. It's kind of looking good, the gun, right? With snapshotting, like I never tried snapshotting with a gorilla a lot, but sometimes on the move at 50 meter, I did. Just the same distance. Basically with this, but this one is interesting because you peek corner and shoot at the same time. It's not like something like where the full tank in front of you and not looking at you and you just snap it on the move with a gorilla. Again, the gorilla 15, I mean 778 for on the Panzer 7. Man, this thing hurts. These things will melt people. Like their HP will be gone in 3 shot probably. Especially if you hire. I've hired like up to like 890 something or 900. So the thing about this vehicle, why I will enjoy it, is the most fun part about it, and I think it's very balanced. Okay, it's very balanced. Is the turret. Honestly, like we don't get tank destroyers that has this type of fully, you know, a turret without any limit, so it's kind of like something very rare to have, right? Especially in tier 10. We might have couple, but I don't think so. We do. Most of tank destroyers we have is like limited turret traverse. So we finished the Panzer 7 here. Our mouse is advancing. Luckily, the map is looking interesting and this path is very close. Our mouse is kind of trying to push. So we move forward, we use like the bushes for some concealment. I see the 4005 here. I love the HE. Now the HE, if you look at it, the HE is like around 980 damage with 76 pen. It's not that bad. You can roll up to 1000 with it, right? So it's worth it to use some 2 HE shells on some tanks like a Gorilla or even 4005. I see the object 260 here, but I kept my HE shell because I really wanted to slap that 4005. I just wanted to, you know, for a first time. Sadly, unfortunately, I do not do that because I just decided to blind and I was hoping I hit him. But it was not a hit. Sadly, it was not a hit. I decided to move a little bit forward since my heavies are pushing, so I decided to sit at J2. There's another bush right here, and we just chill and hopefully we put a shot on anything that is, you know, exposed for our nice, lovely 800 Alpha gun or cannon. Enemy M60 got lit, but luckily for him, he did not die with that shell. We actually bounced it. I can't remember if that was a heat round or AP, but I think it was heat round. I wonder if it was AP would have been much better. But I think very soon he will be dead. We get to finish his tank and move on. If you know how to play the Gorilla 15, oh, here's the finish shot of M60. If you know how to play the Gorilla 15, I think you'll be fine playing this tank as well. It's just one of these tanks. As I mentioned in the past, anything doesn't have armor require even more skill and more flexibility. So this is something is not you take and go brawl with. It's something you sit and support your teammates if you enjoy sitting in the back and just farm. Here, our lovely actually Leopard 1 was doing such a great job actually bouncing between these two vehicles. That was actually lovely to watch. I expected him to die, so I moved in to support him. And as you see, we have 6.5k damage. I mean, that's pretty good for like a match like this, very slow. This match lasted around like 14 minutes. So yeah, this is something you don't see a lot in War of Tanks, right? Decided to chill here and hopefully we finish this 1-1B. I mean, the battle kinda over. Here it is, and unlucky for us, we did not pen that shot. RNG happens. Now after all, for me, the tank is great, well balanced, nothing too creepy, nothing too overpowered. It's just one of these balanced tanks we got in the past. I think this tank will be, you know, just fine the way it is. Nothing need to be changed about it. Again, it's up to you. If you like the Gorilla, you like it. But remember, you have very nice turret in this vehicle. So I'm going to be playing it on live stream. So if you're willing to watch more and more, please hop on the twitch.tv/German_intelligence. You will see me playing it live stream. Have a wonderful day.